Before you spend $80 on an exterminator this week, look at the bottle already sitting in your bathroom cabinet. This one, 3% hydrogen peroxide. $1, maybe less. And in the next 6 minutes, I'll show you exactly how it wrecks the three things crawling through your kitchen at 2 a.m. The roaches, the ant highways, and the mice running trails along your baseboards. But here's the part you actually need to hear, because most videos about this lie to you. Hydrogen peroxide is not magic. It won't nuke an infestation overnight, and I'll tell you flat out where it does not work, so you don't waste a weekend on a myth. What it does do cheaply, safely tonight is break the exact systems these pests rely on to find your food and come back. Stick with me to hack 3, because that's the one nobody explains correctly, and getting it wrong is why the mice keep coming back. Quick promise. Everything here is tested in a real kitchen, every step is on screen, and I'll give you the exact strength so you don't wreck your counters or your hands. Grab a spray bottle, a microfiber cloth, and that peroxide. Nothing fancy, nothing you have to order online, nothing that costs more than pocket change. Let's go. Hack 1, the ant highway eraser. Almost nobody tells you this. Ants aren't smart, they're chemical. When one scout finds your sugar, it lays an invisible pheromone trail on the way home. Every ant after that is just following a scent road. So kill the ants you can see and you've done nothing, the road is still there, and 100 more walk it by morning. So we erase the road. Mix 50/50, half 3% peroxide, half water in a spray bottle. Now trace the ant line backwards. Spray along the path they walk, the counter edge, the windowsill, the crack they squeeze through, the baseboard, then wipe it down. You're oxidizing and lifting that pheromone trail off the surface so the next wave literally can't find the way in. The peroxide also strips the food residue and grease film ants love, so you remove the invitation and the map at once. Reapply for 2 or 3 days wherever they regroup. Honest note, this disrupts and deters, it's not a bait that wipes out the colony. Big nest? Pair it with proper ant bait. But the everyday kitchen invasion, single file line problem? This shuts it down fast. For $1. One more thing most people miss. Watch where the line disappears behind the outlet, under the door sweep, along the window frame, and hit that entry point hardest, because that's the doorway the whole colony is using. Seal the door and you starve the invasion. Hack 2, the roach sanitize-and-strip. Roaches don't wander in randomly. They follow grease, crumbs, and their own droppings and scent markings that tell the pack food and shelter here. Those greasy dark smears in the corner of the cabinet, that signal has to go. Take a stronger 70/30 mix, mostly peroxide, and hit where roaches actually live. Under the sink, behind and beneath the fridge, the backs of drawers, cabinet hinges, gaps near warm appliances. Spray, let it bubble 30 seconds, then wipe. Peroxide is a genuine disinfectant, so on top of stripping the grease and scent cues, you're killing the bacteria and allergens roaches drag around, half of why they're a health problem at all. Now, the contact part, straight with you. Spray peroxide directly on a roach, and the oxidative hit can stress and kill it, especially soft young nymphs. But a big adult German roach is tough, and this is not a reliable one-spray kill. So use it to clean out and de-scent the harborage, spray what you catch in the open, and treat this as your sanitation layer. For a real infestation, it works alongside gel bait and sealing cracks, not instead of them. What it buys you cheaply is a kitchen that no longer smells like a roach welcome mat. Do this wipe down 2 or 3 nights in a row, then once a week to hold the line, and pay extra attention to the warm gap behind the fridge and under the dishwasher, because that hidden, humid heat is exactly the 5-star hotel roaches are hunting for. Hack 3. Pay attention, because this is where every other video flat out lies to you. Myth first. Hydrogen peroxide does not kill mice, and it won't repel a hungry mouse out of your house on its own. Anyone telling you a spray bottle solves a rodent problem is going to get you sick. So here's what it actually does and why smart people still keep it in the rodent toolkit. Mice navigate by touch and scent. They run the same routes along your walls every night and mark them with urine and body grease, those greasy dark lines on the baseboard. To the next mouse, and the same mouse tomorrow, that trail says, "Safe road, food this way, leave it." And even after you trap one, the highway is still painted on your wall for the next. So we reset it. Glove up, spray your solution along the baseboard runs, corners, and entry gaps, and wipe the grease away. Critically, peroxide is a real disinfectant, so it also lets you safely clean droppings and urine, which carry viruses you do not want breathing in. Never dry sweep mouse droppings. Dampen them first. Peroxide does that job while it sanitizes. The honest combo that actually ends it. 1. Erase the scent trails with peroxide so you're not fighting an established highway. 2. Find the pencil-width gaps they use and pack them tight with steel wool, then seal mice can't chew through steel. 3. Set snap traps right on the cleaned runs. The peroxide doesn't kill the mouse, the trap does, but wiping the trail stops you reinforcing the route and leaves no contaminated mess behind. That's what nobody explains, and it's why people trap one mouse and still hear scratching a week later. Quick placement tip. Mice hug the wall, so set traps flush against the baseboard with the trigger end facing the wall. Right on a run you just cleaned, never out in the open floor, because a mouse will almost never cross it. Bait with a small dab of peanut butter, not cheese, and give it 2 or 3 nights. Fast safety pass. Stick to standard 3% peroxide, the brown bottle, not the industrial strength stuff. Test a hidden spot first on stone, granite, or colored grout, because peroxide can lighten some surfaces. Never seal it in a closed bottle with vinegar, and never mix it with bleach. Wear gloves for the mouse cleanup, and store it in the dark so it stays potent, because light breaks it down into plain water. Why call it the bottle the pros don't advertise? Nobody builds an $80 service call around a $1 bottle you already own. It won't replace real treatment for a severe infestation, and I'll never pretend it does. But as a cheap first line, a weekly maintenance habit, and a way to strip out the trails and grease these pests depend on, it's the cheapest tool in the house. So tonight, 50 over 50 on the ant trails, 70 over 30 on the roach zones, and clean seal trap on the mice. Do all 3 and you've hit every pest in your kitchen with $1 bottle instead of one $80 visit.